Good morning, traders. Michael Sabo here, Senior Commodities Broker with the RJO Futures, coming to you here on Wednesday morning here, June 27th, with some commentary here in the energy markets. Let's take a look at crude oil. 80.15 here currently in that August contract. We're up about 77 cents. We hit a high of 80.92. Kind of significant there because, as many of you know that follow my posts here, I talk about that crude oil. I think we've got some pretty good resistance around that 81 area, and we had a lot of good economic data out here this morning. That crude got excited, got running here, but couldn't break through that 81 area, and we've kind of backed off there since. So still a key area, I think, to key in on. We'll talk about that here in a little bit more. Brent firmer also, 93.48. That's up about 50 cents here roughly. Give me a call, as always, if you want to talk about that Brent WTI spread. I see a lot of opportunity there, so give me a call if you want to talk about that. Nat gas up pretty big here. We're up about 3.5% right now. August nat gas just over 290 here. We're up there almost 10 cents here. RBOB a bit weaker here, around 250.27, down 200. The heat up about 143, trading around 258.68 there. So a little bit of a mix there in the complex. A lot of that has to do with the DOE numbers that came out here just a little while ago. Speaking of which, the DOE here numbers in the crude oil here, we did see that drawdown. I mentioned that yesterday, looking for the draw, although not nearly as big as expected here. Only saw a drawdown of about 100,000 barrels. So while we did get the drawdown, underneath expectations, but trade still reacting positively. Outside markets, taking a look at the equities, as I mentioned, we got good economic data out here this morning, or at least pretty positive. So outside markets have a firmer tone. Also some news coming out of Europe. So taking a look at that, helping keep, a lot of commodities firmer here. Although, what's interesting to note is take a look at that dollar index. Dollar quite a bit firmer here today. Normally, that'll help put some commodities under pressure, but certainly bucking the trend here today. Technicals, as I mentioned here, that resistance around 81. I think we continue to traders to key in on that. Although today so far, we are in the green. We did see a higher high today and a higher low today, although I don't think we're bucking the trend. I still think there's still some further pressure for this market to come under. Look for that market to head down around that 76 area, but got to watch that 81. We start breaking above that, we see closes above that. This market could be ultimately then setting itself up to start moving back higher, especially if we continue to get out a lot more positive data. I'm not convinced of that, though. I think there's too many problems in Europe. They're going to weigh on this market. I think what traders will basically look for, should be looking for, is to see sluggish demand for oil and probably put it under a little bit further pressure. So, anyways, looking at that market here, we get a lot of back and forth, a lot of good ebbs and flows in there. Whether you're a bull or a bear, plenty of trading opportunity in there. So give me a call if you want to discuss that, and also if you want to get added into that distribution list that I mentioned. A lot of people taking advantage of that. I email out the trade expectations as well as the actual numbers here for those DOE reports. If you want to talk, give me a call on the trade desk. That number is 1-800-367-7290. And of course, remember that the risk of loss does exist in futures trading. It may not be suitable for all traders. Good luck and good trading.